It's the LifeSongs morning show. I'm Josh, and I'm very excited to have some special guests zooming into the LifeSongs morning show right now. I've got Coach Jonathan Sosha and one of his star football players and brother, Levi, joining us this morning. How you guys doing?
We're doing good.
Doing good.
Awesome. So football, huh? And not like flag football. We're talking like full on. This is the homeschool equivalent of a high school, like Texas style football, Friday night lights and all, right?
Yes, we are an 11-man football team. We also schedule against 8-man tackle teams just for scrimmages, but we do have a homeschool league in Louisiana with other 11-man tackle football teams.
That's super cool. As a Disney kid, I have to ask this question. Have you ever considered recruiting a golden retriever to join the team? Because that seemed to work out really well in the mid-90s on the Disney Channel.
Well, we haven't recruited a golden retriever. I have a brother with a lab who's come out to a couple practices.
Nice. Well played. No Air Bud in this team. Tell me about the Homeschool Saints. How did this come about?
Well, back in, I believe it was 2009, the founder of the team, Coach John Burke, he had a dream. He wanted his son, who he homeschools, to play tackle football. And he wanted to give other boys, just like his son, the opportunity to play the game of tackle football, something that most homeschoolers never play.
Mm-hmm.
And beyond, Little League, park rec tackle football. But he wanted a high school Friday night lights for homeschoolers. And so he created a team, and it started with, we got sponsored by the New Orleans Saints, who donated pads and cleats. We actually borrowed, I believe it was Bonnable's old jerseys, until we got our own jerseys in. We some of our helmets didn't match because it was we painted them as they came in and the colors weren't exactly right. I mean, we were a very rough start for the first year, and I wasn't a part of it. I helped them with the recruiting, but I wasn't playing their first year. But by the second year, I wanted to join, and I joined and played for 2 years until I graduated high school. In that time, we have a brother in between us who joined and played from age 12 through 18. Went to the state championship for the league. I think we were runner up. And then he graduated. Well, right around the time that he was graduating football, my youngest brother joined, and he's been playing ever since. And this is his final year. We've only had one change of head coach when John Burke turned it over to our now head coach, Todd Smith. We've had some changing in staff, but with assistant coaches, and now I'm the assistant coach of the team. I'm also the defensive coordinator. We've had many different coaches in the past, and all the coaches are either brothers or dads who are just volunteering their time because they want every, homeschooler, and we got the league to change the rules, is even private schools who do not offer a football program, they can come play for us too. So that way, we believe everybody of high school age should be able to have the opportunity to play football.
I think that's super awesome. I love your description of the early days. It sounds like the high school version of the Little Giants, like we're gonna put this thing together. We're gonna, by sheer force of will, we want every kid to get the chance to have this awesome experience of playing high school football.
Oh, it was awesome how it started. We used to have, for the homeschool group, it was a track and field day where one day we would run out of track and field, and there would be, 15, 20 different events. Well, John Burke took charge of the high school boys team. And so instead of doing all the different track and field events, we partnered, because we had Saints who came and would run football drills. We played flag football the entire time. And so he got the boys excited about football. We ran football drills, we played football, we did plays, and he got everyone excited about football, passed out information with his business card and his phone number on it. And he's like, look, if you want to play, or someone who wants to play, have them give me a call, create a team. And it was a small team. And, it was, I ended up recruiting. I brought a friend in who I went to church with. He was homeschooled with me. He played the first season. One of the people on our worship team volunteered and became one of the coaches on the team. And it grew from there, and it was a joy. At one point in time, I think my senior year, we counted 44 or 45 players on the team.
That's awesome.
And at that time, there was no private school. We were all homeschooled. We didn't start introducing private school until recently.
I'm glad that you're including the private schools in that to not only expand who can be a part of, but it's going to maybe make the team even more hardcore. You're gonna have,
and that's what we're working on. We're trying to reach out to some of like the smaller, whether it's the smaller Catholic schools or stuff in the New Orleans area that don't have a football program. And it's like, look, you want your kids to go there for the education, and we get it. But if they want to play football, they can come play for us.
That's cool. Levi, this question for you. Since you've had two older brothers already play in this league, do you guys just have the one jersey and you have passed it down brother to brother?
No.
You're not going to retire the Socia jersey when you graduate?
No, we've all had different positions. So my brother, he was number 76. Then my other brother became number 15, the one in between us. And my number has been a lot of numbers. I've had number 53 to start off with. Then I went 76, same as him one year, but I outgrew that, and now I'm number 67.
All right. Cool.
And it's through the years. I never won an all-state award, but you've won 3.
I've won 3 all-state awards.
3 all-state, and then my other brother, he's won 2 or
as well.
3 all-state awards. Yours were for offensive linemen, I believe, and his was what, tight end and defensive backs,
cornerback and linebacker.
Cornerback and linebacker. And so we've played multiple positions. The only one we haven't played is quarterback yet.
I have.
Yeah, we have one play designed to hike him the ball, and he's just the big refrigerator that goes through the line.
Yeah. How can homeschool families listening and watching this, how can they plug in? Like, who do they contact? What do they do? How do they get to be a part of the team?
There are a couple ways. We have a website that I recently updated, homeschoolsaints.org. You can contact us. I check probably bi-weekly the messages on the website, but in the newer day and age, I mean, most people have Facebook. We actually have a Homeschool Saints, or New Orleans Homeschool Saints, Facebook page. Through there, the head coach's daughter makes posts reminding everyone about our practices at least once every week or two. On there, my phone number is listed. The head coach's phone number is listed. So I have no problem at any time someone calling me. If I miss it, I'll call you back. Just speaking with any family who wants to inquire about the team. You can message us on Facebook. You can call our cell phones, or you can message us on the website, and we will try to get back to you as soon as possible, because we're definitely, want to make sure that we open communication, answer any questions you need.
Yeah, need players for summer practices. When does the season start? In the fall?
3rd week of July.
Okay, so like dead center of the summer.
Oh yes, practices start. I think it's the 3rd week of July. We're starting on a Tuesday this year instead of a Saturday. And I think mid to end of August is when our first game is, and it's our first game is always a scrimmage game in Centerville, Mississippi, against a private school. They're not in our league, but they agree every year, once a year, to play a scrimmage against us, to just
like a friendly, yeah,
just to kick off the season.
Cool. What are the ages for players?
12 through 18.
Okay.
As long as you're 18 before June, you can play for us. So I think if you turn 19 like mid-season or something, then you can still play. But if you turn 19 in April or May, then you've reached the cutoff.
You've aged out, yeah.
12 through 18 is our age limit, and as long as you haven't received a high school diploma and you're either homeschooled or go to a private school that doesn't offer a football program, you can come play for us.
That's cool. One of the things I love about how you're describing this is, and not only is it going to be a great experience for the football players in and of itself for young people, but it sounds like the families, like you mentioned, your coach's daughter is doing social media, and you guys have pulled people from church to help and be a part of the team. It sounds like you're building a real community for all the families of these players too.
Oh, absolutely. It is a community. There's text messages groups that the coaches aren't even involved, that there are players who haven't played in years because they've graduated and they're still in contact. One of the players who graduated 2 years ago, you go to the gym with him almost every day. And you know, they say it creates a brotherhood, and it's more than just playing football. We want to help build friendships that, you know, last forever, and you remember these people. I mean, there are people who I met playing football and I'll see them on Facebook and I still remember them. I remember conversations we had while getting water on a water break in practice, and it's just it just helps build wonderful memories that last a lifetime.
Well, the parents are going to go and check out details on how to sign their kids up. Again, that's homeschoolsaints.com.
.org.
Homeschoolsaints.org. The links and everything are up at LifeSongs.com. You can check it out. But for the players, for these young men, ages 12 to 18, what sort of prep work, what kind of spring training should they be doing now in preparation for joining the team? Like, give them a workout.
Well, for starters, if they are interested, the first Saturday in June, we will be at our practice field doing a spring conditioning practice where it will be a lot of push-ups, sit-ups, burpees, running, doing routes, doing ladder drills, working on footwork, running through cones, doing side shuffles, backpedaling, working on, but not just working on your footwork, working on conditioning, strength. It's summer heat. We play outside. So, you know, getting used to doing a lot of physical activity outside, because I mean, you could kill it at the gym and then you go outside and your endurance is gone because of the heat.
Mm-hmm.
And so the biggest thing is, you know, what is Todd's regiment that he normally tells you guys to do?
The regiment we normally do is 10 push-ups, 10 up downs, 10 squat jumps, and 10 mountain climbers. And we try to get that about 6 to 8 times in one day. You can do them throughout the day. You don't have to do them at the same time. It helps build endurance.
2 or 3 times in the morning, 2 or 3 times in the afternoon, 2 or 3 times before bed. You break it up, but it still helps build and condition. You can go out in your driveway, and your driveway has stripes. You can go run lines, back and forth, run, touch a line, come back. Just, you know, physical activity to prepare yourself, because it's hot and it's hard, but it's definitely worth it. I mean, I absolutely hated the summer practices. It was hot, but going back on it now that I'm, you know, much older, I wish I put more effort in then, because I realize now how much I miss it. Mm-hmm. And one of the things I tell people who are on the fence about it is, I say, look, come out and give it a try, because you'd rather try it and say, you know what, I didn't like it, than never come out and go, man, I really wish I would have played football.
Awesome. Everyone, check out all the links, get involved. The Homeschool Saints are an awesome organization and good friends of LifeSongs, and we're excited about the upcoming season. I can't wait I know Vance is taking me out to go see one of the games as soon as you guys are playing. So I'm pumped to go out and see it. It's going to be awesome. Thank you guys for the time. One last question. This is just to wrap things up here so that people get to know, you know, Coach Jonathan and get to know Levi. What is the ultimate football movie? What's the best one?
Oh, there's a lot.
My favorite football movie is Woodlawn. I don't know if you've ever watched it.
I have seen Woodlawn, yeah.
Woodlawn is my favorite football movie. So
a running back movie. So
yes.
I have a few that are my favorite. I like Remember the Titans, but I think my favorite would end up being The Blind Side.
Okay. Well, Remember the Titans was the correct answer, but you guys both picked good ones, so that's okay.
Facing the Giants was a good one.
Yes, that was a good faith-based football movie too.
Awesome. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me, Coach Jonathan and Levi. Homeschool Saints, details at lifesongs.com. But get plugged in now and have that high school football experience that is going to inspire you and give you can't have glory days without putting in the effort, right?
Absolutely.
Yes, sir.
The Homeschool Saints football team is looking for new recruits. tackle football for boys between the ages of 12 and 18.
The Homeschool Saints football team is for homeschooled or private school students.
The Homeschool Saints teach teamwork while instituting biblical principles. For more information, visit homeschoolsaints.org.
Or on Facebook at Homeschool Saints.
LifeSongs thanks Homeschool Saints for their support.